Hi, this is Shannon Tidwell, Garden Girl at Two Peas in a Bucket, and I'm back again this week with a 2013 and 2013 video and layout for you. I will be adding 4 new prompts to our list from our 2013 and 2013 video series. So by the end of this video, you will have 4 prompts that you can take back to your scrapbook table and let inspire your next creation. My layout today is kind of a play on our All About Me monthly theme, but it's actually going to be an All About Us. And we're going to go ahead and jump into our first prompt, which is to use some pretty mail on your page. I had picked out this photo, and then I had a postcard. It was actually from Anthropology that I didn't get to take in and use the coupon. But I loved the font work on it, and I thought it would be a really fun addition to a scrapbook page. So I trimmed it down a bit. Still has a little bit of text on it that doesn't go with my page, but I figure that'll be fine. I'll be able to cover that up with some embellishments. I do have to apologize for my messy desk. I was inspired to scrapbook and didn't really feel like stopping and cleaning it up because that would be quite a project, and I was afraid that the inspiration would be lost if I stopped and did that. So I just kept on scrapbooking in the mess, which I think inspired me to grab that confetti paper by Allison Craft and use that as a background for my photo. I thought this Dear Lizzie paper of a constellation calendar, I guess maybe is what it would be a fun addition to my background. I really liked how it was a large circle, how it had dates on it. I thought it really worked well into the theme of my page. And I really like how large circles work on a background. They can really help base your layout, kind of give it some visual interest without being too overpowering. And I thought it would make a nice base for my photo and the rest of my embellishments. So that's going to be my next prompt to you, is to put a large circle on your background. You can see I'm going to kind of work it on the page, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I want it placed on the page, then adhere those pieces down that are actually on the page, and then I'll trim off what's overlaying off the edges. Okay, I'm not quite ready to start adhering things down, but I do know that I'm going to put pop dots underneath this photo to help it jump off the page a little bit. Okay, so now I'm ready to start working my way out and adding some embellishments on some other areas of the page. And I know I want something across the top there. I've got a big area that I left up there. So I'm going to add something kind of subtle. I don't want it to detract attention away too much from what I've got going on there in the middle with the photo and my cute postcard. So my next prompt to you is going to be to create a subtle embellishments with tone-on-tone cardstock. So basically I'm just using the same color cardstock as my background, and I'm going to do some hand cutting, just kind of cutting some of those Aztec arrows, I guess, to create a border across the top of the page. I'm going to let that border kind of marinate up there for a little bit while I add some other embellishments to the page. I have this cute airplane paper clip that I thought would add nicely, kind of go with my journaling about our year. And then I kind of want to add some more strips of paper. I'm thinking maybe to frame the page, something extra, maybe a little to the arrow border I've got going up there. So I've got this khaki and, or I guess, craft and white striped paper by Dear Lizzie, and I'm just going to cut some skinny strips of it and play around with a little bit. I didn't know if I would add it to the border there or what, but I end up actually adding it to the top and the bottom of the page to kind of help frame in my page. Sorry you can't see the top of the layout right now. I must have bumped the camera, but it'll bump back here in a few minutes. And here I've got a fun embellishment by Two Peas. These are the little badges that are exclusive to Two Peas. I'm going to add this one that's kind of a pretty pink with a heart on it. They don't have any adhesive on the back, so you can add pop dots onto it. And what I decided to do is stack 2 pop dots together on the back, and that way it would kind of pop up above the photo, since the photo has 1 pop dot underneath it. All right, so here I thought I would add 2013, the numbers, to my page, and I really wanted them to be kind of big, kind of base something off of maybe, but I didn't have any big ones that would work with my page, so I decided to make my own. And that is your next prompt. My silhouette hasn't been talking with my computer lately, so I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way here. I have some black large stickers, and I'm using them as a template on this glitter cardstock. And luckily the stickers don't really stick very well to the glitter cardstock, so I can kind of hold them on there and cut out the letters or the numbers, and then I'll be able to put the numbers back on the sticker sheet and save them for another time when I do need black letters and numbers. I'm kind of skipping around here, but I'm going back up to my border at the top and decided that I wanted a few of those arrows to have pop dots on them. So it would bring a little more attention maybe to the border up there without it, again, standing out too much, but just giving it a little bit of poof off the page. And now moving on to another embellishment, I found this neat banner on a Glitz paper, Glitz Designs paper, and it says the adventure begins. So I'm going to change it up just a little bit, but I wanted the adventure banner to use, and then I'm going to use letter stickers to add in the other words that I want to say. So my letter stickers will probably cover up the red and yellow where that overlapped onto the black, but just to keep it simpler, I'm going to go ahead and color those in with a black marker, so that way I don't have to worry about it as covering them up as much. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some letter stickers on there. At the top I'm going to say the, so it's going to be the adventure. And then on the bottom I'm going to add some tiny little letter stickers because it's kind of a long word, but I'm going to say continues. So of course I need some pop dots underneath there to help it pop off the page a bit. And then I'm going to add these Dear Lizzie little letter stickers across the bottom. It took a few times of rearranging to get the continues to fit across there, but I got it done. And then once I got all the letters on there, I decided to kind of dress it up a little bit and cut little notches in the bottoms of each of those letter stickers. Okay, now I'm ready to move back to my arrow border there at the top, and I've decided to kind of scrape the edges of each piece with my scissors, and that way it'll give it even a little bit more separation from the background. So it's still a tone on tone, but it will help it kind of pop off the page, even the pieces that aren't going to have pop dots under them, because I didn't want them all to have pop dots. Just want to add a little bit of texture and a little bit of visual interest up there. Okay, I went ahead and adhered my arrow border and got that down, and I added a little bit of stitching to the confetti piece of pattern paper there, and I'm ready to start sticking things down, I think, making that commitment because I want to get the 2013 stuck down, and in order to do that I need to get the base of my layout finished. So I'm just going to add a bit of adhesive to the edges of that confetti background because I think I'm going to slide my journaling behind it from the side. So I want to make sure to leave room to be able to do that. And now I'm getting all those embellishments stuck down where I had planned on them. And that way I can go ahead and start adhering down my 2013. I think I'm going to put it down in the bottom right-hand corner, really overlapping the numbers kind of on top of each other and also on the border across the bottom of the page. And then I'm going to add the Adventure Continues banner that I made right across the 2013. For my journaling, I cut this card from a Dear Lizzie pattern paper from the Lucky Charm collection. I added a little bit of stitching just kind of across those hearts across the bottom so it had a little bit of a pull thread so you could pull it out. And then this little ampersand is from Glitz Designs, and I thought the turquoise color worked well and it would be kind of cute, just adding into the theme of us, I guess. I'm coming down to the final touches. I feel like I need some color, maybe something a little up at the top, and then I added the stitching across the top and bottom on those little borders. I'm going to use those same Dear Lizzie letter stickers and cover up your best year and make it our best year yet. And I just so happened to have a little bit of gold fringe laying on my desk, and I couldn't resist just adding a little bit. I wanted a little touch of something up there in the top left-hand corner, but I didn't want too much color, and I really was having trouble until I found this. So I just kind of folded over a couple pieces together. I'm going to use a tiny attacher to attach it at the top, and then use my scissors to kind of trim the edges a little bit, and just give it some diagonal cuts so it kind of layers it up a little bit, I guess. And now for my final touch, as usual, the journaling. And here is the final layout. I'm so glad that I didn't stop to clean off my desk and I scrapbooked whenever I felt like it. I hope that you enjoyed watching this layout come together and that you'll use the 4 prompts that I've created for you. The first one is to use some pretty mail on your page. How about to add a large circle to your background, to make your own large numbers or letters, and to create an embellishment with tone-on-tone cardstock. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this 2013 and 2013 video. Have a great week. Bye.